All right. So thank you so much for joining us, Sayan. Today we have Sayan Das from IIM Shillong. So from like coming to IIM Shillong, इससे पहले how was your journey? Like, give can you give some background अपना profile के बारे में?
Sure. I come from मतलब family of armed forces. Like my father worked in armed forces. So उसके चलते थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर घुमा था. Like I got to travel in different parts of the country. Uh, See, right from the beginning, I was very interested towards technology. As much as I remember, even in class 10th and 12th, I mean, I remember in class 11th, I took computer science as a subject. When 90% of my friends went into bio because they wanted to get into medical, I was like 100% sure कि मुझे engineering ही करना है. फिर मैंने engineering किया, है ना? I joined electronics and communication engineering, that stream. So because I was like, मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार कोडिंग वोडिंग तो ठीक है कर ही लेंगे, कुछ बात नहीं है, अंदर क्या है वो जानते हैं, है ना, कंप्यूटर के अंदर. सो वेंट इनटू इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन, देन रियलिटी हिट कि यार इंडिया में तो जॉब्स ही नहीं है, पर क्या करेंगे क्या. सो पर तो लिया, पास भी हो गए, बट बाय द टाइम इट वाज लाइक थर्ड ईयर, तब रियलिटी हिट हुआ, यार इससे तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
Like what was your passing year? कब पास हुए थे आप?
2020.
2020. हाँ, तो फिर मार्केट भी थोड़ा अनस्टेबल था ना?
या अनस्टेबल था. एंड इंडिया में ना, until unless you are graduating from let's say best IITs and NITs, इंडिया में ECE ब्रांच में नौकरी मिलना मुश्किल है until unless you are having a M.Tech or a MS. So consequently second year आते आते थोड़ा बहुत वो समझ में आ गया. Then I went into coding, है ना. कोडिंग सीखा अच्छे से, जावा, पाइथन, डेटा साइंस, अ बिट ऑफ इट, प्रोजेक्ट्स, AIML, सब कुछ जो कर सकते थे कर लिया. फिर वही होता है, प्लेसमेंट हो गया आपका इन अ मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी Capgemini as an analyst. Then I joined Capgemini. It was a pleasant experience, I would say. Like contrary to many of my peers, a lot of my peers say कि यार MNC में काम करने को नहीं मिलता है. I would say I was fortunate enough. My boss was great. I got to maneuver properly and got very good.
सीधा प्रोजेक्ट मिल गया, बेंच पे नहीं बिठाया.
So ऐसा था ना कि so क्या होता है Capgemini में, you get assigned groups, है ना. Right from the beginning you get a group. So mine was a full stack web developer का group. So I was trained in as a full stack web developer. Thereafter एक bench period ऐसा कोई specific था नहीं. Around I would say in 20 days I got a project. So in 20 days के बीच में many people what they did, they joined random project calls. So you start getting calls from managers कि यार your profile gets is a fit for us. So I became very choosy out there. नहीं, मुझे करना ही नहीं है. I am okay to sit on bench than getting tagged to a random project. So I was fortunate enough. Consequently, like fortunately, I was the seer of the batch. So I had developed a few contacts in that in that from the beginning. So whoever was my senior at that time, she connected me to a person who was like handling a very good project. And again, as much as I remember, I think I scored the best. I came first in the whole batch, like internal जो भी assessment होता है. Nothing that great, but yeah, मतलब थोड़ा काम कर गया वो certificate. So वो सब मिला के I got to work in a good project. So I would say I was fortunate enough. So वो हुआ.
तो IIM शिलोंग में जब आप आए, so after this experience, मतलब आपको जैसे आपको EC में लगा, तो अभी आप IIM शिलोंग से पास आउट हो गया, क्या आपको ऐसी कोई रियलिटी, ऐसा MBA के बारे में भी लग रहा है कि यार EC जैसे EC इज नॉट फिट फॉर इंडियन मार्केट, वैसे ही MBA में भी कोई ऐसी स्ट्रीम है जो इंडियन मार्केट में फिट नहीं होती इतनी इजीली?
मुझे क्या लगता है, MBA में ना जनरली लोग आते हैं आफ्टर हैविंग एक्सपीरियंस. सो बाय दैट टाइम दे हैव देमसेल्व्स अंडरस्टूड कि मुझे क्या करना है. हाँ, बट अभी इंडिया में ऐसा सीन है कि स्टिल अ लॉट ऑफ द लाइक B स्कूल्स में अभी भी लाइक 50% ऑफ द पीपल आर फ्रेशर्स. मैं अगर नहीं कंसीडर करूँ वो, a large chunk of the population do come after having some kind of an experience कि मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है. By the time they join the B school, they are mature enough to gauge कि यार मैं इस B school में जा रहा हूँ, मुझे ये काम चाहिए, ये नौकरी चाहिए, ये मुझे दे पाएगा कि नहीं दे पाएगा. तो मुझे लगता है by the time you join an MBA, until unless you are a complete fresher, यू हैव सम आइडिया और नौकरी मिल ही जाता है। अब प्रॉब्लम किसको होता है?
कोई तो ऐसा फील्ड होगा ना जो थोड़ा सा पेट सा रहा होगा, लाइक यू मस्ट हैव फेल्ट समथिंग।
देखो यार, मतलब आई वोंट से पिट रहा है, जैसे कि आईआईएम शिलोंग में क्या है, नंबर ऑफ कंपनीज हु रिक्रूट फॉर लेट्स से एचआर डोमेन, है ना, लेट्स से ऑपरेशंस डोमेन, रिलेटिवली लेसर है. So if you're like batch size में 50% of the batch wants to get into these kind of domains, थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा. तो in that way थोड़ा सा पिट सकता है, if that is what pitting is. But mostly I won't say, like by the time MBA आता है ना, MBA आते आते लोग मैच्योर हो जाते हैं और फील्ड वाइज जो मुझे लगता है तो चल रहा है, मतलब ठीक ही चल रहा है.
Good point.
But one recommendation for everyone is that यार जब भी आ रहे हो ना MBA करने, मिनिमम 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस लेके आओ. ये तो मतलब जरूरी है, लाइक फॉर मतलब बहुत रीजंस है इसके. वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजंस मुझे क्या लगता है ना, इंडिया में अभी भी ना वो एकेडमिक रिगर अभी भी मिसिंग है, अदर देन अ फ्यू वेरी गुड बी स्कूल्स. IIM शिलोंग में भी है, बट द अमाउंट ऑफ एकेडमिक रिगर जो होना चाहिए, I think it's still kind of missing in Indian B schools. Or let's say you are having 2 years of work ex na, you get to understand कि तुम्हें क्या चाहिए, and then you get to study those subjects in a much more deeper way, in a much more profound way, जो कि यहाँ पे शायद आपको मतलब करने के लिए करना हो रहा है, पास करना है, इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ.
तो मतलब आप ये कह रहे हो कि someone who is coming from a freshers background might not understand the value of what they are studying.
Yes, very true. Very true. और फिर उससे ये प्रॉब्लम होता है कि आपको ना पहले से वो दिशा नहीं मिलता है. Like you have to, दिशा as in direction, ना गलत नहीं है. So
I guess everyone understands what दिशा and direction is.
So
let's go.
So अगर direction मिलते it goes to the second year, और आपका जो प्रिपरेशन होता है ना, इस बहुत रैंडमाइज हो जाता है कि हाँ चलो कहीं पे मिल जाएगा, कहीं पे मैं समर इंटर्नशिप कर लिया HR में और मुझे चाहिए नौकरी ऑपरेशंस में, तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. लाइक सेकेंड ईयर आते आते शायद तुमको पता चल जाएगा तुमको ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, बट तब तक तुम्हारा प्रोफाइल ऑलरेडी आधा बिल्डअप हो चुका है, एंड दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू अल्टीमेटली हेल्प यू इन अ लॉन्ग रन ऑफ द करियर. सो अ बिट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस डज हेल्प यू अ लॉट. ऐसा मुझे लगता है.
So ये वर्क एक्स वाला जो चीज है, मतलब is it just to understand the subject only, या फिर ये इंटर्नशिप या फाइनल प्लेसमेंट में भी थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस बना रहता है? Like आपके यहाँ IIM शिलोंग में did you feel कि इंटर्नशिप्स में was there a difference in the placements कि मतलब वर्क एक्स वालों का थोड़ा ज्यादा बेटर?
I would say the work ex thing matters much more in finals than the SIPs, but on being said, saying that, I would also say कि having work ex is always beneficial. Like ऐसा सोचो ना, like if you are a recruiter and you see a person in front of you who is having let's say 2 years of work ex in a very reputed company, that मतलब immediately implies कि यार this person has some kind of a professionalism built inside them. They understand the meaning of deadlines. They would be able to conduct themselves in a proper professional corporate way once they join my firm. So this always does give you an edge over others. Also like बहुत minute चीजें तुमको समझ में आ जाता है, like how to talk to people, how to like manage yourself. अगर let's say you are not able to answer a question, how to maintain that calm. Freshers बहुत बार गलतियां करते हैं, they get tense and all. But once you join a firm, let's say you are talking to a client, you get to learn so many things, how to handle rejections and stuff. So it makes you enough able to handle these kind of later interviews as well. So मुझे लगता है it's very 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 important and it's relevant.
फाइनल में जाके वर्क एक्स वाले को एक एज मिल जाता है, फाइनल में जाके एज मिल जाता है वर्क एक्स वाले को.
I would say एज मिलता है, SIPs में भी मिलता है, but again अभी work ex, if we are talking about work ex, it has to be like, it shouldn't be again more than 3 years. So I have my friends out here in IIM Shillong जिनको बहुत कम shortlist मिला था during SIPs just because they were having like 3.5 years plus of years of work ex. So वहाँ पे भी प्रॉब्लम है. So you have to find that.
3 के ऊपर 4 में भी प्रॉब्लम हो जा रही है, मतलब 1 साल ही ज्यादा हो रहा है, फिर भी प्रॉब्लम हो जा रही है.
Yes, क्योंकि वहाँ पे क्या सोचते हैं रिक्रूटर्स कि यार this person is already, उसका एक बेस बन गया है कि वो इसी में कर पाएगा. let's say someone is coming from IT, उसका अगर 3+ years of, let's say 3.5 4 years of work ex है, so that person would hardly get any shortlist from, let's say, marketing companies, ITs and all those big companies. Although he or she may have had a very high interest to join a marketing company or a sales company, whatever it is, or similar profiles, but उसको नहीं मिलेगा just because they are having that high of a work ex. So आपको ये चीज समझ में आना चाहिए कि like that is how you should plan your career, like if you are joining an MBA.
Okay. That's a good point. So Sayan, मतलब जब आप IIM शिलोंग में आए थे, like what were your expectations, और आपको क्या लगा कि like in reality आपको उस expectation से ज़्यादा मिला है यहाँ पे आके, या फिर मतलब कुछ चीजें जो मैच नहीं करी? What would you say, like good and the bad? मतलब थोड़ा बहुत bad भी बता सकते हो तो अच्छा रहेगा.
See, पहली बात तो अपना प्रॉब्लम ये था कि अपना कोविड बैच था, ठीक है?
हाँ, सही बात है.
So सबसे बुरी बात तो ये लगा था कि यार कैंपस ही नहीं जा पाए. ऑलमोस्ट आपका पूरा फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर चला गया, सेकेंड सेमेस्टर के बीच में we got to go to the campus, but the whole process was very like it had a lot of uncertainties throughout the whole thing, है ना? So I think it's not a only problem for people in IIM Shillong, but it was a thing throughout the batches, like whoever joined the college, they joined their MBA in 2021, even in 2020. So ये एक problem था. IIM Shillong में I am from West Bengal, so it was near for me. But like if you are not from any of those states, like northeastern states or from Bengal, it's a very very far like a costly affair to come to Shillong. Just to give you some idea, like if you're coming from Gujarat and all, it would be costing you around 8,000 to 10,000 taking a flight. So it's a costly affair, है ना? So this is one of the major drawbacks that people can have. तो आप शायद ज्यादा घर नहीं जा पाओ once you are over here. अगर नेगेटिव ही बता देता हूँ पहले, और अगर नेगेटिव देखना, so what used to happen is that we used to have 2 campuses. We are still having 2 campuses. So हमको क्या प्रॉब्लम?
ये मेरा अगला पॉइंट था.
Our batch and junior batch is that the junior batch and us had to travel like during the first year from that campus to the new campus. So उसमें around 1.5 hours का loss होता है हर दिन का, and that travel is taxing on you. Like like it creates a lot of problems. Like आप जाओगे आओगे और आप like plan नहीं कर पाओगे. Let's say अगर आप शाम को आ रहे हो ना, it's already too late like to do other things in the old campus. So अगर first year में हो, शायद by this time like the new batch is coming, I think it's everything is going to be transferred to the new campus. तो शायद ये problem ना हो. But our two batches did face that problem. तो उससे तो
first year वैसे भी बहुत hectic होता है मतलब students के लिए.
Hectic होता है
and adds up to it.
Yeah, a lot. It was really taxing, I would say. Like people, if you're not having if you're not having good health, यार I remember first year में in front of आपका जो अपना health center था, वहाँ पे जब initial days में start हुआ था ये traveling, तब line लगती थी, मुझे याद है. तो ऐसा सीन होता है. Like then people got used to it and things got better, but then मतलब problem तो है ये. But शायद next term मतलब जो भी 2020 क्या है 23-25 बैच में
लाइन की सीट की लगती थी.
सबका तबीयत खराब हो गया था. Like people were not, हाँ मतलब सी ना, like आपको सबमिशन तो करना है, आपको क्लब कमेटी का काम तो करना ही है, आपको प्लेसमेंट का प्रिपरेशन तो करना ही है, और आपको क्लास में नेक्स्ट दिन जाके आपको सीपी भी करना है, इसके लिए आपको प्री रीड्स भी करना है. बट आपके टाइम से, हर दिन का टाइम से यू आर गेटिंग लाइक 3 hours माइनस कर दो. सो इट वाज प्रॉब्लमेटिक. बट देन पीपल गॉट यूज्ड टू इट. जूनियर बैच तो ज्यादा किए अपने से, आवर इमीडिएट जूनियर्स, दे हैव बीन डूइंग इट राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. अपना तो फिर भी चलो एक one semester was completely online, and the third semester we didn't like कुछ दिन नहीं हुआ था classes, so it was easier for us, but junior batch is doing it. and by now it's pretty okay for them also. But yeah, आपको initially वो थोड़ा सा थक्का जैसा लगेगा.
एंड कौन सी ऐसी चीज है लाइक एकदम जो बहुत ही अमेजिंग है IIM शिलोंग के बारे में दैट यू वुड नेवर फॉरगेट?
Okay, यार see, the new campus, it's fabulous. Like it's so beautiful. Like सब कुछ है वहाँ पे. It's amazing. Just to stand there, you would feel ecstatic. इतना अच्छे से बनाया हुआ कैंपस है. It is beautiful. Like the sceneries. We do have a private hill inside that, like proper hill.
Oh.
So yeah. So like in terms of aesthetics, in terms of other things, in terms of amenities, the new campus is amazing, I would say. But old campus में ना, like for me, if you ask me, old campus was very cozy for us. Like it was a very small campus, ठीक है? And small campus होने से क्या होता है? लोग ना बहुत बाहर रहते थे. लोग रूम्स के अंदर नहीं रहते थे वहाँ पे. And they used to say in small एक pathway था. People used to stand out there. Like if you are coming out of the room, you are going to get to talk to so many people out like throughout your way. And that was something very amazing. People used to have like dinner and then come outside and then used to stand over there in those railings and all. So that time was very amazing. One of the best times we used to have. Another thing, we got to also see snowfall inside the campus. In the old campus.
Nice.
So it's colder. It's way colder. In the old campus was way colder. It was like atop a hill. So it was way colder. Also, old campus में you got to access the city right in front of you. So वो city के बीचों बीच था. तो अब बाहर जाके सब कुछ
नया वाला थोड़ा बाहर है.
नया campus is not बाहर. It's in like between two hills. Like it's nothing out there. Nothing.
Okay.
It's just the campus.
तो फिर उन्हें सब कुछ कैंपस में रखना ही पड़ेगा ना, because वो डिस्कनेक्ट सा हो गया ना वहाँ से.
Yeah. You have to get back to college by 8. उसके बाद allowed नहीं है बाहर रहना. Because even the area is a tribal area, so like people were robbed and all previously. Although अभी उतना नहीं होता है, but still yeah, just for the precaution कि 8 बजे के बाद आप बाहर नहीं जा सकते हो. Yeah, that is also a negative point.
अच्छा, because of this robbery, ये robbery वगैरह की वजह से रखा होगा ना उन्होंने ये वाला 8 बजे वाला.
हाँ, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज्यादा ट्राइबल, हाँ बीच में बहुत ज्यादा ट्राइबल एरियाज है. So they are not that advanced कि आप और वो भाषा भी नहीं समझते. Like either English or Hindi, it doesn't work out there. Yeah, if you learn Khasi and all, then that's a different thing. But general people do not learn Khasi in 2 years. So other than a few words like Ba and Kong, which means brother and sister. So ऐसा है. बस यार मतलब other than that I would say campus life was very nice. New campus में ये दिक्कत होता है कि यार इतना ज्यादा बड़ा है ना campus. Like from the point where where the hostels are and to the admin block, it's around 1.1 kilometers. So every day we have to walk that much to go and study. So yeah, ये एक तरीके से तो अच्छी बात है कि आपको like exercise करने का जरूरत नहीं है.
How would you feel faculty कैसा रहा आपका मतलब in the IIM Shillong? Because हम लोग like around थोड़ा बहुत जो हमने interviews करा, they had a lot to say about the faculty कि faculty बहुत strict है, बहुत stringent है. So like what is your input? आपके साथ भी कोई ऐसा experience हुआ क्या?
Faculty is strict. मुझे नहीं लगता like not as much as I have heard in colleges like IIM Ahmedabad and all, and my peers out there, they are freaking out. Not that much, I would say. Yeah, there are professors like that. I would say ये तो हर जगह पे होता है, मतलब मुझे लगता है.
Of course.
कहीं पे भी जाओ कुछ ना कुछ professors ऐसे होते ही है who are going to scare the hell out of. But then most of them internally उनका एक like अच्छा motive भी होता है. Like as much as I remember, there was a professor in the first year. I won't take his name obviously, then I was so scared about his subject. No, that I studied so good and I got one of the best grades out in that subject, and I got
just out of scare.
Just out of yeah, just like I was hell scared of that. Like not just me, like each and every person of the batch. So अगर ऐसे होने से अगर आप सीख रहे हो, then that is good, I would say. Other than that, see, I think yeah. Faculties, not just for IIM Shillong, I would say throughout the IIMs as well as other B schools, I think they need to upgrade. Like of course, like the better the teachers, the better the students, right?
Of course.
So
Of course.
the IIMs need to. I think there should be a change. Like rather than bringing in academicians in forms of teacher, I think there should be more industry professionals who can come in and share their real life experiences.
बट उसके लिए तो
The
गेस्ट
same that
लेक्चर्स वगैरह
happens.
होते हैं ना, लाइक गेस्ट लेक्चर्स, लेकिन उतना
Yes,
ज्यादा
yes.
इंटरैक्टिव नहीं होता है, लाइक
Yeah.
कैंपस पे
तो
आए तो फिर
मुझे
ज्यादा
personally, as much as I remember, the classes that I personally have enjoyed the most
हाँ
are the ones that have came like those are great guest faculties, not just guest faculty. There were a few very good like residential professors also, but uh, my best memories are from those classes जहाँ पे faculties industry examples share करते हैं, like be it residential, be it guest, whatever it is. So क्योंकि वहाँ पे ना आपको इंटरेस्ट लग जाता है, like नहीं तो आपको सुनना पड़ता है. एक होता है आप सुन रहे हो just because of how the person is interacting, और एक आपको सुनना पड़ रहा है, इसमें बहुत डिफरेंस होता है. So those classes were amazing, and those examples stay with you even after you leave the college, and that is what I think what you take from the college. Like, yeah, who remembers all the theories and stuff? The stories that people say, the learnings from them is the other things that we take away from the college. True. I would say. So yeah, वैसा है.
सही है. In the end, like I just have one question for you. Like अगर since हम लोग everyone knows this very clearly that IIM Shillong is the leader in the new IIMs जो भी जितने भी आ रहे हैं, and for anyone who's aspirational about IIM Shillong, the interview process and the academics is very rigorous. What tips or what recommendations would you give them to secure a spot into this prestigious College of India?
For IIM Shillong, the composite score changes every year. The amount of percentage, the value that is assigned to different components of the interview are different for every different year. Like for us, as much as I remember, 70% was given to personal interview. So at that time, the PI had a huge impact. As much as I remember, this year it's lesser. Like I think it's 40 or 30%. So you have to be very conscious of how the composite score is being calculated.
तो हर साल कैड एस्पिरेंट्स को हर साल वेबसाइट पे जाके चेक करना चाहिए कि क्या हो रहा है कंपोजिट स्कोर क्या चेंज हो रहा है.
It's a must, like not just for IIM Shillong. I think it happens for all other BE schools in India. Like whoever takes it through CAT and all. So आपको वो देखना ही पड़ेगा कि कैसे आपका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है, and on that basis you have to prepare. Other than that, for IIM Shillong specifically, I would say be a bit conscious about sustainability. क्योंकि IIM Shillong का बुनियाद जो है ना, वो ही sustainability के ऊपर है. One of our major, yeah.
Right.
So just to give you some idea, if you remember, like I do not know if you know of this or not, but APJ Abdul Kalam, he left his body in IIM Shillong. Like he breathed his last in IIM Shillong when he was giving a lecture. So and he had been associated with IIM Shillong. He was associated with IIM Shillong right from the beginning. He was one of our guest lecturers, and his ideologies are kind of ingrained into the soul of IIM Shillong. We do have research centers on his name. So knowing a bit about that, these small facets about IIM Shillong, about its work in sustainability and related fields, what it is doing, so that would surely make some kind of a difference. That is going to make a difference. So yeah, so I think it goes for any other college, like how that college, like what is associated with that college, even for companies, like what are their missions, visions and all. So if you go through our mission and vision, it's clearly written over there. So have some
and
idea
if a student or an interviewee who is able to talk about these things, तो इससे मतलब interviewer को भी समझ आएगा कि they are very interested to be a part of this.
They are very interested. Otherwise, who goes through it? Who goes through it?
Of course.
Doesn't make sense of go through it. So yeah, that's it. And another thing I would say, अगर आप कोई भी interview दे रहे हो ना, उससे पहले do get through, have a go through of the professors, like the residential professors, like the permanent professors in that college, not just for IIM Shillong. तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, let's say the panel में कौन है आपके सामने, like which domain are they from. So ये मुझे बाद में पता चला था. Few of my friends recommended this later on. तो मैं जो जहाँ पे भी जाता हूँ तो उनको बोल देता हूँ, एक बार गो थ्रू कर लो, सबका चेहरा देख लो, कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट में वो देख लो. जब आपके सामने इंटरव्यू वो बैठेगा तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि हाँ ये बंदा यहाँ से है. तो यू आर गोइंग टू योरसेल्फ बी मोर कॉन्फिडेंट कि हाँ मतलब आपको समझ में आ जाएगा मैं यहाँ से क्वेश्चंस एक्सपेक्ट कर सकता हूँ.
राइट राइट.
है ना. Another insight, generally IIM Shillong के interviews में let's say you are from a IT background, ठीक है, तो कोई ना कोई प्रोफेसर from the systems and IT department is going to take your interview. So be assured about that. Along with the chair, whoever is the chair of your program, उनके साथ there would be a professor who is from your own department जो आपको आपके सब्जेक्ट में ग्रिल करने वाला है. So yeah, so आपको whatever form you are coming from, whatever work you are going to have to be very well versed with that, because you are going to be like questions are going to be asked.
Awesome. सही है. So thank you so much, Sayan. Thank you so much for providing all this insight about IIM Shillong and the APJ Abdul Kalam fact and the new campus. All of this amazing things that we got to hear from you. Thank you so much for giving us your time, and we wish you all the luck and all the success. अभी आपका placement हो गया है, and we hope that you have a great career ahead. And thank you so much again for your time and your patience. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for having me. It was a great time interacting with you. Bye.
Same here, Sam.
Talking about colleges and its fees, Collegedunia presents you the biggest education fair at Pragati Madang on 6th and 7th May, where you get a chance to interact with 75 plus colleges and get a chance to win more than 100 crores worth of scholarships. So what's the wait, guys? Let's meet on 6th and 7th May at Pragati Madang for the biggest education fair.